Have you heard the term value add before when it comes to multifamily investing, but just really don't understand what it is or the concepts behind adding value to the property or even how to do it? Well, that's what we're going to cover in today's video. So get ready, guys, strap in, and let's get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Paul Macaluso, the multifamily renegade. For those of you watching for the first time, I am a real estate investor here in Las Vegas, Nevada, specifically focusing on multifamily investments. Now, what does value add mean? Well, there's a lot of different types of value add when you're talking about it in the context of multifamily investing. So it could be a heavy capital improvements program where you got to go in and you got to renovate a bunch of the units at the property. It could mean that you can operate that property more efficiently. It could mean that you can take the existing income and just simply increase it. So there's a lot of different ways that you can add value to a multifamily. The types of value that I just described, and again, they're going to be on a case-by-case basis. Some properties may require a combination of a few. You may find a property that's got low occupancy and it needs a bunch of work because there's a lot of deferred maintenance. So then you're going to go in, you're going to add some capital improvements, you're going to increase the rents. Sometimes you'll find properties that have just been owned for years by a mom and pop operator that you can walk into. It still has current cash flow, but you see value that can be increased or added rather by upping the rents. The lessons that I've personally learned in value add multifamily investing, and this is all I do is add value to multifamily properties. I don't look for any other type of investments. I focus specifically on multifamily investing and particularly value add deals. I'm not somebody that's just out here looking to portfolio build and I'm just buying stuff that's already cash flowing well and I'm just going to sit on it and let the rising tides increase the value and so on and so forth. No, I look for heavy value add deals, whether that's properties with low occupancy, whether that's properties that are all boarded up with no occupancy, or if that's, properties that have way below market rents. I am looking for value add deals. Now, the lessons that I've learned along the way doing these types of value add deals, sometimes I've spent way too little on a property where I could have spent more in certain areas and added value further that would have increased my returns. And then sometimes I've added too much capital improvements or spent too much. I decreased the value that I was adding because I spent way too much money to begin with. So I've done both. If you're doing a value add deal, you have to understand that you really got to drill in on your numbers when you're looking at the property. You have to have a clearly defined investment when you're starting out. So if you don't have a clearly defined investment when you're getting started, you're really going to shoot yourself in the foot. It's not, when you're investing in multifamily, it's not one of these things where you can just simply guess by golly and get out there and figure it out while you're going along. You really have to put in the time and invest the time rather in clearly defining your investment strategy, putting together a plan, and then executing on that plan. If you guys are interested in how I personally execute my personal multifamily investment plan, I've put together a multifamily investment success checklist. I've dropped a link in the description, so go ahead and grab it. It's 100% free. Help me out. This is the exact process that I use every time I acquire a multifamily, and I'd like to share it with you guys. So if you want it, just go ahead and click the link in the description below and grab a copy for yourself. Doing value add deals in the multifamily investment space is the best way to accomplish the BRRRR, or the infinite return. And for those of you that may not be familiar with that term, BRRRR stands for buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. And I personally came across this strategy when it was known as the infinite return. So it's a very sexy name. And if you're not familiar with that process, basically what it means is you buy a property, you add value to it, and when it's time to refinance it, you're able to pull all of your equity that you've put into the property for down payment and renovation costs out. And now it's throwing off positive cash flow for you, and you have all of your original investment back in your pocket so you can repeat the process on the next one. So that's basically in a nutshell what the BRRRR is. If you'd like to see a more in-depth video on that, I have a couple on my channel. Just go ahead and check out the videos section on our channel. There's a couple videos that I put together. Some are recent, some are a little bit older, but I go into a little bit more detail about the BRRRR strategy and how you can implement it in your multifamily investment journey. So that's going to do it for today. So let's recap. What does value add mean? Very simply, it's you adding value to a property to increase its value. There are a bunch of different ways that you can do this when it comes to multifamily. Some of the most common are CapEx programs where you're buying a property that either needs complete renovations or has a significant amount of deferred maintenance, where you're infusing capital into that property to elevate it and bring it up to today's standards. You can find a property that has low occupancy and just simply, under new management, raise that occupancy and add the value. Because again, remember, in multifamily properties, your value is dictated by the income that that property produces. Another opportunity for adding value in the multifamily space is finding different revenue streams that you can add to that property, whether that be through vending machines, parking premiums, laundry rooms, whatever it may be. There's different things that you can do to increase the revenue of a property and help that bottom line. So again, in turn, that reflects to a higher value. I've shared with you guys in this video some of the lessons that I personally learned about spending too little and too much and how that's affected the investments that I've personally done. Again, this adding value in a multifamily, in my opinion, is the best way for you guys to do the burst strategy or achieve the infinite return. So that's going to do it for today's video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please make sure you do so. I try to drop 2 videos a week for you guys. Best way to get those videos is when you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're always notified every time a new video drops. If you have a comment, if you want to engage in some dialogue with me regarding this video and its topic, or you just wanted to pick my brain a little bit more, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought, or I'll do my best to answer any questions that you may have. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.